We've got a live one. Droopy eyelids, double vision, weakness all over.
Looks like another case of can't keep my eye open.
Looks like she might be having a stroke.
You think? I don't know. Stroke typically comes out pretty acutely. This one's been creeping up for months.
Yeah, that's true. Wonder what's going on.
Deep inside the neurons, chaos brews.
What's the sitch?
Female, 35, droopy eyelids, weakness all over, classic fatigue file.
Sounds like an inside job. Maybe the body turned on itself again.
Damn immune system. It's always the ones you trust.
Autoimmunity. Maybe we should go take a look around.
See what we can find. Hey, you!
Acetylcholine, fire!
Who's that? What are you doing?
Step away from those receptors!
I'm just doing my job, blocking transmissions and breaking connections.
You're under arrest. You have the right to remain toxic.
I was just doing my job.
What are you doing to this poor woman?
Yeah, why are you targeting her receptors?
I swear, man, I was just born this way. Some shady B cells told me to block acetylcholine receptors.
Why would you do that? You're supposed to fight invaders, not your own kind.
Yeah, same team, man, same team.
I don't know. Some B cell made me this way. It's what they told me to do.
You're only supposed to attack non-self antigens.
What can I say?
I'm a bad antibody, born to misbehave.
Well, I think we know what the problem is.
All right, partner. What do we got?
Looks like a clear case of mistaken identity. The body's own immune squad has turned dirty, attacking self instead of invaders.
So we're talking a type 2 hypersensitivity reaction?
Exactly. It's antibody-mediated. Our PERP, IgG autoantibodies, produced by rogue B cells after a T cell gave the order via interleukins.
So basically, they're binding to acetylcholine receptors at the neuromuscular junction. And once those antibodies attach,
they call him back up. Complement proteins roll up like the SWAT team, punching holes in the postsynaptic membrane and destroying the receptor sites.
Wait. So it's not just blocking the receptor, it's a full-scale receptor demolition.
You got it. Over time, the synaptic folds flatten, receptor density drops, and the signal from nerve to muscle fades out. The more they fire, the weaker the transmission. Like trying to text with no bars.
And that immune system just keeps producing more of these rogue antibodies.
Yep. Central and peripheral tolerance failure. The thymus, our supposed training academy, graduated a few bad T cells that couldn't tell self from non-self. They greenlit the B cells to make anti-acetylcholine receptors and sometimes anti-MuSK or anti-LRP4 antibodies. Classic case of bad internal affairs.
So to sum it up, type 2 hypersensitivity, IgG mediated, complement assisted, receptor blocking, self-destructive mayhem?
You got it. The immune system has gone rogue, treating its own body like the enemy. Myasthenia gravis, an autoimmune crime of passion.
Good news, we've cracked the case. We found elevated anti-acetylcholine receptors and MuSK antibodies. Look, symptoms are gone.
And that positive ice pack test tells us this is a classic cold case.
Cool move, literally.
Turns out the real culprit was your own immune system. Rogue IgG antibodies mistaking your acetylcholine receptors for the enemy. Classic chronic type 2 hypersensitivity.
Could this have been prevented?
Unfortunately, there's no guaranteed way. Myasthenia gravis is still a bit of a mystery. We know it's autoimmune. Your immune system gets its wires crossed and attacks itself instead of invaders.
A few things do increase your risk, though. A family history of autoimmune conditions, thymic problems, chronic stress, infection, and some medications.
And being a female under 40 or a male over 60 puts you at higher risk too. Hormones and thymic changes are the prime suspects.
My mom had autoimmune issues. I guess my genetics loaded the gun and my immune system pulled the trigger. So no cure yet, but I've got options, right?
Yeah, things like anticholinesterase meds help keep acetylcholine hanging around a little longer. And things like corticosteroids help calm down the trigger-happy immune system, telling those rogue antibodies to just take a nap.
There's also something called plasmapheresis that can be done.
Sounds like washing the crime scene clean.
And sometimes a thymectomy, which is taking out the thymus, removes the bad influence that trained those B and T cells to start with.
So my thymus is the ringleader?
Pretty much, classic case of bad mentorship.
Some medications like immunosuppressants, molecular therapies, and IV immunoglobulin can be given to help regulate the immune system.
It's kind of like stopping the SWAT team before they bang down the door.
And later on in the disease, respiratory support might be needed once the disease starts to affect your breathing muscles.
Also, wearing an eye patch when reading or watching TV can help with double vision.
Oh yes, much better.
Pirate chic.
Lastly, it's important to modify your lifestyle as this disease progresses based on your energy levels and muscle strength to promote safety and prevent injury.
So, at the end of the day, the IgG antibodies were the real culprits, caught red-handed blocking acetylcholine at the neuromuscular junction. Justice may be slow, but with treatment and a little rest, our patient's strength is back on the rise. To another day, another solved case in the world of immunology.